Hi everybody, Tony here from Dualit. I just wanted to take everyone through the actual process of domain registration. I'll also, of course, have a step-by-step guide on the post, but sometimes it's a little bit easier to follow along using a video. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, all I've done here is I just went to GoDaddy's homepage and typed in the domain name that I wanted. I'm just using your author name here as a bit of a test. So we'll go to that. We'll see that it's available. Yay! Now, the first thing you want to kind of keep in mind is these are the list of all the domain names that are available with that, name. So, like I said in the post, mainly just focus on .com. If .com is available, go ahead and go for that. Now, if you're a big major company or you're looking to do something for business, you may want to register a bunch of different names to make sure no one else can take them, but for an author, if .com's available, that's what most people are going to go ahead and use. So we'll just select that one and then go down here and click Add. Alright, now it's added, and then we're going to go down here to where it says Continue to Registration, and we're going to click there. Now, the first thing that you can do here, the first thing that comes up, is either you need to log in to an account if you already have one, or I guess create a new one. And this is also the information that's going to go on your domain registration. You'll have the chance to edit it later, and we'll talk about that step when we get to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in. Okay. So next thing you need to be mindful of, we have the length of registration here. I can't remember whether I mentioned that in the last post, or if not, I'll definitely mention it in this one. The length of registration does have a bit of an impact on SEO. It's not going to be a ton, but if you think you're going to be doing this for a while, go ahead and register it for 5 years, and I'll show you in a few steps of the way to get a little bit of monetary savings for doing that. The next thing you need to check on is your registration contact. This is who GoDaddy will contact in case your domain's about to expire, for all of those kinds of things. So I have kind of some fakey information down here, but the main thing really to make sure you have correct is your email address. They're usually just going to go with whatever is on your GoDaddy account, but make sure the email address is correct just in case. Certified domain, don't worry about that. Down here, if you're hosting it somewhere else, you can set your name servers here. If you have no idea what a name server is, don't worry about it. Here they have their free auto renew protection, which is a fancy way of saying they're just going to recharge you every 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, however long you do the registration for. Go ahead and renew it for you in case so you don't forget. However, I don't want to just forget about being an author and then in 5 years have another charge on my credit card, which probably won't even be the same in 5 years, but regardless, go ahead and change that to manual renew. And then we'll click Next. Alright, this is the next thing. Privacy. When you register a domain, you have several pieces of information that are out there on the web. You have a administrative contact, a technical contact, and a couple of other ones. Its name, address, phone number, email address. Some people choose to go ahead and get the privacy option. Google doesn't totally like that, but it's, if you don't feel comfortable having your information out there, it's fine. I will say that I have never had private registration on any of my domains, and I've been registering domains for, I don't know, probably going on 10 years now, and I've never had any issues arise because of that. But totally understandable. If you feel better about it, you might want to spring for the deluxe private registration. Just be mindful it's a little bit more money a year. So if you choose that, choose that. Otherwise, click Next. Alright. This is where they really try to get you. I'm trying to sell you a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be honest, if you want email or website hosting or anything like that, you probably are just going to want to get it separately. Maybe if you just want email and you don't want a website, do that through GoDaddy. But if you want web hosting, we'll go through that in another post, and just probably want to go with a different host. You're going to get a lot more personalized attention and get people that are just dealing with web hosting, not with web hosting and domains and e-commerce and everything else that GoDaddy does. So what I do, I just scroll right through all of this and go down here and click next. Oh, I have a bunch of domains expiring. No thanks. Let's keep going. Alright. So now what we have here is our shopping cart. Finally, we are to the shopping cart phase. It's going to ask you once again, are you sure you don't want to add 2 more domains? Yes, no. We are sure. Once again, confirm how long you're registering the domain for, whether it's public or private registration. That was what we talked about in the previous step. We have our price here, and then the total price. There's a little bit of tax and things added onto there. Now, another important step. Anytime I go to buy a domain name on GoDaddy, I will always open up Google and I will search for GoDaddy coupon code. This is the first one that always comes up. You can see that actually it's probably cut off a little bit on the screen, but you can see that I've been there before. Go ahead and bring that up. Let's see, now it's come off of my little screen area. Anyway, let's see. So I can move my screen now. There we go. Okay. This post is always going to give you some sort of discount. I don't think I've ever paid more than $8 for a domain name, and I've paid as little as $3 or $5. So it just depends. You can see currently right now the .com discount they have going on this month is this coupon code, oops, right here. So I'm just gonna, oops, no, trying to copy and paste it. There we go. So copy that and go back over to our shopping cart and paste that right here. I'm going to go ahead and click apply code. Alright, you can see we saved quite a bit of money there. Instead of paying, I think it's $11 or something for, each year, we end up paying $7.49. So definitely will save you a little bit of money, and $38, $35 for 5-year domain registration is really good, and it's definitely going to give you that more professional face for your author brand. Alright, I'm going through the rest of the checkout process. Here you will select your payment method. You will have to accept their lengthy terms of service, and then we will continue with checkout. Once again, you'll have to enter in your billing information, your credit card information, everything else, and then once you're done, you'll click right here and place your order. Now I want to go back for a minute because I think it's because I'm already registered here, I didn't have a step that I wanted to make sure that I talked about. I'm not seeing it on here, but it's what I talked about earlier where you pick your, you have to enter in all the different addresses and contact information. Well, I don't see it. Let's see. It must have been because it was already saved on my account. Anyway, at some point, you'll see where you have to enter in the different contacts for your thing. That was where we talked about the private registration earlier. Only a couple other things I want to say about that. If you have a P.O. box, definitely use that. So you don't have to worry about having your, home address out there. Phone number, I put one on there that is never used. It's actually one that I had when I was in high school that never gets used anymore. So I just leave it on there that I don't have to worry about it. Like I said, the main thing really to keep in mind there is the email address. That's kind of the main source of contact I think anyone's going to use. Alright, and that's it. Like I said, you can just continue with checkout. You enter in your billing information and place your order, and you have your own super special, very professional author domain name.